Just really, really proud of the kids and how they battled on Sunday. You know, it was a really great back and forth game. I think defensively, we were able to do some good things, and we were able to change up our defense in the second half, which helped us a lot in terms of limiting their inside game, which had definitely given us some problems in the first half. But overall, just really, really happy with our defensive consistency, and that's something that's been just really consistent all the way through. So I know that's what we got to bring, and our rebounding effort for sure.
It's always like the hardest game was the first one. So it wasn't as pretty as we wanted it to be, but obviously a win's a win, and I think we really focused on the preparation for it. It was nice to see Assumption because we're obviously used to seeing them. We've played them twice. So kind of going into it, we felt a little more comfortable just knowing them and kind of focusing on personnel and then our defensive tendencies and how we were going to get that win. So I think it was nice to prepare for them.
You know, I'm so happy for Gabby that she, you know, her hard work has been recognized, because, you know, she has been that same consistent, great character, great culture kid since the minute she stepped in. You know, just, you know, embracing every role that she's had. You know, like we've talked about, sophomore year when we made that great run to the Elite Eight, she was a big part of that. But again, you know, coming off the bench, understanding her role, and, you know, Gab has done exactly what you want to see a player do. She's gotten better every year, and, you know, this year I think she's obviously playing some of her best basketball, and combine that with great leadership. You know, she shows up every day and has that competitive work ethic that just, you know, speaks volumes to the younger kids. So it's really nice to see her recognized.
I think it's obviously means a lot to me, especially senior year. Finally kind of having that accomplishment and being recognized is awesome. It's always challenging. You're coming in freshman year, it's completely different than high school. That's always the toughest year, I think, but being able to kind of battle sophomore year and play with such great teammates that I've always looked up to has really put me where I am today.
Kayla has had, you know, a pretty frustrating year for her in terms of her health, and, you know, obviously starting the season, you know, not being able to play to start and getting healthy and getting back in that rhythm. But, you know, come game day, she is ready and just makes us better by being on the floor, you know, and she's doing it at both ends, which is great to see for just a sophomore. You can tell that she has a much better understanding of how much she does impact the game, and, you know, she's a player that is that good because she embraces that. You can see. The greatest part about the game the other night for me was she called to play for herself, which coming out of a timeout, I was like, absolutely. She hit a three. I'm like, that's maturity, that's leadership, that's the kid that wants the ball down the stretch in hard situations. So, you know, for her to becoming that player as a sophomore is really exciting.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about how teams worry about our post presence. Like obviously Kayla scores 17 points a game, or averages it. So I think it's really, teams focus a lot on that. So a lot of our practices is kind of realizing what teams are going to take away. If they're going to double team Kayla, that we need to look to me or Meg, and Meg has been great coming off the bench and showing us good minutes and being a big post presence. So I think it's just our preparation in terms of what they're going to take away and kind of finding out different options for us.
Our assistant coaches have really earned their money this year, for sure. And yes, I do think it should be staff of the year. Kara Kelly and Shelby Buck have done just phenomenal work. Like you said, you know, we had a lot of unknowns as we started with injuries and young kids trying to fill roles, and I think they've both done an amazing job at developing our younger players, one, but also, you know, their ability to scout and to teach is off the charts.
All three of them mean so much. Obviously, Coach Brown is an amazing coach. I love to play for her. And Kara just knows the game so well. You can just hear her on the bench, and just even preparing for games, her and Shelby do such a good job walking through plays and making sure we really understand how we're defending or how we're playing certain plays. And they definitely help us a huge amount during the game. Kara will be yelling or screaming out plays or how to defend them. So they're both really, really useful to this team, and we appreciate them so much.
We're really excited, and again, I said this the other day, just, the ability to have your body of work count so much at this time of year to get those home games. When you talk about it during the year, these kids really understood how to embrace that and, work hard, so we're putting ourselves in a great position. And, the crowd on Sunday was absolutely phenomenal, and, our kids love this atmosphere, the magic of the Merkert. We talk about it. It's just a great gym. Yeah, they are a very talented team, and I think they're certainly playing some of their best basketball right now. I think that they struggled mid-season. I think we got them at a good time here. They certainly, I don't think, played their best basketball in terms of their ability to score. So, we know they have the best point guard in the league in Michaela Roberts, and she makes them go. So we've got to start there and then understand who their scorers are, where they're looking. So defensively, we definitely have got our hands full. But like I said, I've been really happy with our defensive consistency. So I'm feeling good about that aspect.